Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Chef Christy and I'm from the beautiful mountain state of West Virginia. So today I want to share a recipe with you that I grew up eating. It is simple and delicious, and I think it's safe to say that most all of West Virginians have had this meal, and it is for pinto beans. So if you are new to my channel, I share delicious recipes every single Monday and Thursday. So make sure that you subscribe, and if you hit the little notification bell, then you will know as soon as I upload a new video. And give me a thumbs up and let me know that you like my video. Okay, there are many recipes out there and many ways to cook pinto beans. You can soak them overnight, cook them in a crock pot. I believe there's Instapot recipes out there, but I want to show you how I do mine. And my preferred way to cook pinto beans is just on top of the stove. And I will tell you why. Because I just find that when I cook them on the stove, they break down a little bit better and they begin to get thicker. And so that's why I do it that way. So I want to show you just how I make mine. Okay, so I have a 2-pound bag that costs only $1.45, so you cannot beat the price of pinto beans. But today I'm actually just going to use 1 pound. I don't need 2 pounds of pinto beans. So that's what I'm going to do today. So let me show you how to clean these and get these ready. Okay, so what I like to do is I kind of like to just go through these beans and just let them drop in a pot, and just to make sure there's no rocks, because sometimes you can find little stones, little rocks in your beans. And then the next thing I do is I'm just going to kind of fill this with water, mix them around just to try to get any loose dirt or anything like that, and then I just will pour this water off. And I do this a couple times. Okay, so after I've rinsed them a few times, I'm gonna fill my pot with water. Okay, so here is another little tip, is what you put in your beans to cook them with. Now, a lot of times if I have a leftover ham bone, I will put that in my beans, which is amazing. Or a ham hock, you can buy those in your grocery store. But today, actually, I found these smoked spiral ham slices and pieces. And so I'm gonna try this today, and I'm gonna cook this in with my beans. Okay, so I'm also going to add some of this ham soup base, and you can find this in the grocery store. I actually got this in Amish country in Ohio. I usually always add some minced onion, cracked black pepper, and just a little salt. So I'm just going to put my ham in there. And along with the juice, that's just extra flavor. Okay, so I'm going to add a tablespoon of this ham base, and then I'm going to sprinkle in some minced onion, probably about a tablespoon of that as well. Some cracked black pepper, and I'm just going to put just a little bit of salt, because the ham has enough salt in it, and the ham base has enough salt as well, so I don't want to make it overly salty. Okay, so my beans have been boiling for about 30 minutes, and so I'm going to reduce the heat, and then I'm just going to let them simmer for 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so my beans have cooked down quite a bit, but I want to go ahead and add a little bit more water. Okay, so what goes with pinto beans? Cornbread. And so I wanted to do a quick review of this Aldi gluten-free cornbread. We absolutely love it. So I'm gonna make this for you and show you what it looks like. Okay, so this cornbread is a little bit sweet. So if you're not a fan of the sweet cornbread, then this may not be for you, but we do like sweet cornbread. So as far as a mix is concerned, this is probably one of my favorites. And I just ran across this at Aldi because sometimes I have to watch the gluten that I eat. It can upset my stomach. And so I ran across this gluten-free cornbread mix, and I'm telling you, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. So now it's the one I buy all the time. Okay, I always bake my cornbread in a cast iron skillet, and I have melted a tablespoon of butter in my skillet, and my skillet is nice and hot. Okay, I'm going to bake this in a 375-degree oven for anywhere from 30 to 35 minutes. So can you have pinto beans and cornbread without fried potatoes? I don't think so. So now I want to show you how I make my fried potatoes. You're going to need some potatoes. Idaho. To a very hot iron skillet, I'm placing a couple big tablespoons of bacon grease, which is optional. You can use oil, and then I'm going to also place a couple tablespoons of butter. Okay, so next I'm going to drop my potatoes. Oh, got a bad one in here. I'm going to drop my potatoes that I have peeled and cut into dice. I'm going to add that to my oil and my butter. I'm going to kind of press them down so they're a nice even layer. Put some cracked black pepper on them and some salt. And I'm going to leave these alone and let them cook for about 5 minutes or so they get a nice crispy crust on them. So while our potatoes are frying, I want to check on our beans. And they are looking delicious. Okay, here's a little tip for you. If you're in a hurry and you want your potatoes to fry quicker, add just a little bit of water, cover them, and let them steam for a little bit, and that'll cook them faster. Okay, so once they've been steaming for a little bit, you can just remove that lid and let that moisture evaporate so they can become nice and crispy. Oh yeah, look at these crispy potatoes. Oh yeah, look at these beans. Glorious beans. Okay, is there anything more exciting than a nice bowl of pinto beans with fried potatoes and cornbread? And this cornbread, like I said, from Aldi, this gluten-free cornbread, it's kind of cakey. It's very, very light. It holds together nicely. It is really, really good. And I don't know how you like your beans. I don't know what you put in them. My husband puts ketchup in his beans. People put lots of things, but brace yourself. I don't know if there's anybody else out there that does this, but I like sweet pickle relish or chow chow in my beans. That's just how I like mine. So, do you eat your beans with a spoon or a fork? I eat my beans with a spoon and my potatoes with a fork. But these beans are so, so good with that ham cooked in there. Oh. And don't knock it until you try it with this sweet pickle relish. I love it. Thank you so much for watching. I have had a wonderful day cooking for you, and I will see you soon with more recipes.